Hi everybody, today I will be informing you about the day the Treaty of Hidalgo was signed to end the Mexican-American War on February 2nd, 1848. So basically in 1845, there were claims that Mexico had to pay to the United States, but they didn't have the sufficient funds to do so. At that same year, the United States had just acquired Texas, and they were still negotiating that needed to be done to see whether the border was going to be the Nueces River or the Rio Grande. At that same time, the United States also wanted to acquire California and New Mexico. So the United States sent American troops to be in the land between the Nueces River and the Rio Grande River. So once Mexican government found out that the American government had sent troops between this land, Mexican troops crossed the Rio Grande and attacked American troops, which commenced the Mexican-American War. So the war did last from 1846 to 1848 with the signing of the Treaty of Guadalupe to end the war. So President Polk, who was the president at this time, had decided that Nicholas Philip Trist was going to be the negotiator of the treaty. Trist was the former chief clerk of the Treasury Department and then was selected by President Jackson to be his personal assistant. So Trist's mission was to negotiate the original terms that were supposed to be set before the war had even started. So Trist, along with one of the generals of the troop, General Scott, had decided to go meet with the government. So while Trist was on his way to go make the negotiation, President Polk demanded for Trist to come back because Polk wanted to update the conditions of the treaty, which included, instead of only taking California and New Mexico, he wanted to take all of the Mexican territory. But Trist and Scott did not pay attention because they were scared that the Mexican government would fall by the time that they were able to sign the treaty. So they disobeyed President Polk's orders and went along to go make the treaty anyways. So on February 2nd, 1848, the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed. So on this day, Mexico ceded California and the territory of New Mexico, which included present states of New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, Colorado, and Wyoming. So the Rio Grande was also declared the border between the United States and Mexico. And the United States also decided to give Mexico $15 million and pay off $3.25 million in claims that the United States citizens had filed against the Mexican government. So altogether, the treaty included a total of 23 articles. One of the most important articles was Article 6, which said that Mexicans with any property now acquired by the United States shall enjoy with respect to it guarantees equally ample as if the same belonged to citizens of the United States. So on that same day, when Polk had found out that Trist ignored his demands, he sent for Trist to be arrested. But once he found out that the treaty was already made and the negotiations were made, President Polk signed the treaty anyways. So after the treaty was signed, then the Senate finally decided to have it amended. So in total, the signing of the treaty gave the United States so much land, which later benefited the western expansion. It also, if it wouldn't have been signed, the Nueces River probably would have been the border between the United States and Mexico instead of the Rio Grande. And if it weren't for the treaty, the United States would not have as much land as it has today. Thank you very much.